Today on the Trend Out Loud podcast. Of course, everybody is going to think Diddy is snitching. There is no proof to that, but Abercrombie and Fitch's CEO has gone down and is being arrested for the exact same charges that Diddy has. Does anybody feel bad for Harvey Weinstein? He has chronic leukemia, but I don't think anybody really cares, to be honest with you. How are you going to come out and say you don't think monogamy exists at all? Okay, Wiz Khalifa has been indicted, but he's not in jail. What up? It's your boy, Trend Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Wednesday morning, my third favorite day of the week. It's a hump day. We are almost here, man. We are almost to the weekend. Stay strong, people. All right, I got a good show set up for you guys today. I got 5 lead stories. We're going to talk about Abercrombie and Fitch's CEO being arrested for sexual assault, Harvey Weinstein being diagnosed with leukemia, Diddy's family finally breaks their silence, Corey Holcomb talks about monogamy not existing, and Wiz Khalifa indicted on drug charges in Romania. Then we're going to jump into quick news. We're going to talk about Tory Lanez, Kim Kardashian, Candance Owens, Target cutting prices on over 2,000 items, Elon Musk, Katt Williams, and Mary J Blige. When we're done with that, we're going to close out the show, as we always do, with question of the day and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Former Abercrombie and Fitch CEO arrested for sex trafficking, allegedly drugging and sexually assaulting young male models with promise of a career. All right, I just want to put that out there that I did model for 10 years. I never modeled for Abercrombie and Fitch. All right, just wanted to clear that up for those of you who know my background. Anyways, the feds aren't playing with these alleged sexual predators this year. According to the New York Post, former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch has been arrested in connection to sex trafficking investigations. Authorities claim Mike Jeffries and 2 of his business associates, Matthew Smith and James Jacobson, were allegedly sexually exploiting young men who wanted to model for the company. They claim over his 22-year tenure, he and Smith lured the men to events around the world and allegedly forced them to take drugs and alcohol, then sexually abused them. They were reportedly recruited by Jacobson. The attorney for the plaintiff, Brad Edwards of Edwards Henderson, told ABC News in a statement, "As we laid out in our lawsuit, this is an Abercrombie and Fitch run sex trafficking organization that permitted throughout the company and allowed these 3 individuals who were arrested today to victimize dozens and dozens of young aspiring male models." Mike Jeffries was arrested in West Palm Beach, Florida. His official charges has not been released yet due to the indictment currently being sealed. All right, so of course this is making news because it's obviously disgusting charges and allegations, but of course it's making news because people feel like Diddy is in jail snitching on these CEOs. I was watching somebody stream today, I think it was Ack, and his title was Diddy snitching on CEOs. Of course, that's just clickbait. It's like, I find it hard to believe that every CEO that's leaving and going down is because of Diddy. Just like I think it was a couple of weeks ago, Nike CEO was going down. Sorry, that was going down, resigned. And me, owning stores across Canada, having a Nike account for 15 years, I could have told you from years ago before this Diddy thing that John Donahue was going to be released from Nike or they were going to force him to step down. The Nike shares have been doing horrible. So I'm not saying that this Abercrombie and Fitch CEO has nothing to do with Diddy, but I'm just saying not every single CEO that stepped down or becomes arrested for something will have to do with this Diddy allegation. That's all I'm saying. On so that's one side. On the second side, it is a little bit weird that they both started getting investigated at the exact same time. Diddy's investigation started around January's, and so did his. So that kind of reneges the whole Diddy snitching because they both started at the same time. But who knows of the back end deals that Diddy was making before he was being arrested? Maybe he was talking to the feds before they arrested him. We do know that he was in contact almost every week because he knew the indictment was coming down. There's alleged reports that he was calling the feds saying, hey, just want to let you know I'm flying here. Hey, I'm doing this. So he could have just been like, yo, just want to let you know, I know you're investigating me, but you might want to investigate one of my homies, Abercrombie and Finch. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. All of these things will come out. Maybe we'll never know. But I just think that we're rushing a little too close. I think we're rushing a little too ahead. We're getting a little too ahead of ourselves, rushing that every single person now that gets arrested for, you know, sex trafficking or, you know, sexual assault or whatever. I don't think that everything has to do with Diddy. Now, thirdly, what I do think is true is that the government is really cracking down on these men in powerful positions using companies and using their money and using their power to lure men and women in and use their power and influence to get sexual favors from them. I feel like this is I think I have a story about Harvey Weinstein coming up soon, or maybe it might be in quick news. But you remember Harvey Weinstein was attributed for kicking off the Me Too movement. I think it was around 2017 and 18. So I think this Diddy case probably kicked off a same kind of, it hasn't been dubbed anything yet. Who knows what it will be dubbed. But I think that's more what it is, where the government's like, hey, let's crack down on these powerful CEOs, especially using their power, like how Diddy used Bad Boy Entertainment. Yo, I can make you a celebrity. Now we're hearing about these three guys at Abercrombie and Finch. Like, you want to become a model? Cool. Get drugged up, get alcoholed up, do this for me, do that for me, meet me here, do this, whatever, blah, blah. That is what I think more it is, less than I think that Diddy is being like, yo, my homie Abercrombie and Finch. More what I think who Diddy is going to snitch on is celebrities, not other CEOs. But remains to be seen. But there's a lot of speculation out there that this is Diddy. Listen, I don't know for sure, but if those who follow me daily know that I'm right with a lot of the things I say. So I will be shocked if this has anything to do with Diddy. But of course, if we find anything else out, we will definitely let you know. There we go. I knew we had a story about Harvey Weinstein. All right, our second lead story. Harvey Weinstein has been diagnosed with chronic leukemia, ABC News reports. Harvey Weinstein, the disgraced Hollywood mogul whose alleged sexual misbehavior sparked the Me Too movement and who was recently indicted on fresh counts, has chronic leukemia. The source also said that Harvey Weinstein is receiving medical attention while incarcerated at New York's Rikers Island. As to the clinic, the chronic leukemia is a rare type of bone marrowing illness. So that's it for Harvey. This actually probably should have been in quick news because I don't have really much to say about this. But maybe we put it in because it's attached to the whole Abercrombie and Fitch thing. But if you guys remember, Harvey Weinstein, like I said earlier, attached to the whole Me Too movement, not doing well. He's tried to get out on a bunch of appeals, and now he's sick. They're saying that he has chronic leukemia. I don't think most people are really going to care about this. Of course, you don't want to see anybody lose their life. You know, he's already in jail. He's not going to be able to affect anybody. You have him there to pay his debt to society. But, you know, there's, of course, people in the comment section who don't feel sorry for him and are really happy to see, you know, all of these bad things happening to him. So I guess I'll throw this back to you guys. You know, what do you think about Harvey Weinstein being sick, getting medical attention, and pretty much basically, you know, almost being going to be passing away soon, if I'm going to say so in a nice way. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Send me an email, trendoutloud@cfqr600.com. The children of Sean Diddy Combs hopped on social media with a shared message regarding their father. All right, I think this message was posted on Instagram and they all collaborated on it. So it all went on their Instagram all at the same time. The message is, the past month has devastated our family. Many have judged both him and us based on accusations, conspiracy theories, false narratives that have spiraled into absurdity on social media. We stand united, supporting you every step of the way. We hold on to the truth, knowing it will prevail, and nothing will break the strength of our family. We miss and love you, Dad. So, kind of random, if I do say so myself. Kind of just random out the blue. But like I said to you guys a couple of weeks ago, this is Diddy's PR team and Diddy's lawyers just every week or so putting something out there from his children, reminding us that he's a dad, reminding us that their dad, their kids don't have their father anymore. Don't forget, Diddy is up for his final bail hearing November the 4th in front of that 3-panel circuit judge. So come on, all these judges, they're all on social media. They watch the news, they hear this. So I think what this is them kind of just, planting that seed. He has 6 kids. Kim passed away a couple of years ago. So there's 3 kids there without a mom. You're taking the father away, breaking up the family unit. You're innocent until proven guilty. You hear what they said. Oh, this is all rubbish. It's all accusations. It's all lies. Hey, let my dad out of jail, let him out on bail, and at least let him fight this from home. This is what I think this is. Nothing at this level and at this stage is random. Not going to believe for 1 second that they just put this out there because they just missed their dad. This is PR, and we'll see if it works. Let me know what you guys think below. You think Diddy's going to get out? You think things like this are going to work? I don't know. Everybody, I think, has just given up hope that he will not make bail. But also, don't forget, is that he hired one of the best appeal lawyers in the world. I forgot her name. And this panel of 3 judges is different than going just after 1 judge, right? It's almost like kind of like being in front of a jury. So we shall see. All right, in our 4th lead story, Corey Holcomb gives his take on monogamy relating to men who have means. All right, this pisses me off when I have to talk about stories like this, but recently, comedian Corey Holcomb discusses his views on monogamy with Cam Newton. Let me know if you guys agree, all right? So let me just roll the clip, and then we'll talk about it after. Here's Corey Holcomb. Take a listen.
I don't think monogamy exists. We are men, especially men who have means. Just think how sweet it would be if you could talk to your girl for real. Do you know the harmony that might be able to come from that?
In this day and age, there's a lot of men, a lot of successful men that are honest with their women. And they're like, listen, I want to have an open relationship. We talk about this all the time on this, especially on this show and especially on topics, right? So there's a lot of open relationships. Or there are men like yours truly who are successful and will say, I don't want to be in a committed relationship right now. And I would rather date or, be however my life I want to live and not choose to be just with one woman and lie to her. That is such an 80s thing. Like back in the day, these successful men that lied to their women. Remember that whole Tiger Woods thing? I just don't feel like things are like that anymore. Women are a lot more accepting to men who are honest to them. Thank you so much for not sitting down. Oh, I love you, baby. Remember back in the day, oh, this guy was a player. Being a player is so whack to me. You know what I mean? How about just being an honest dude? Because playing, obviously, it comes from because you're playing them, right? Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you. And each girl thinking that you're with them individually. You don't got to do that anymore. Women are not dumb. It's just really simple. Just be honest. Yo, I am just really in my work right now, and I'm just looking for, a friendship or a friends with benefits, because there's a lot of women now that are in the work environment and they're or in school or they have their own career and they don't want a relationship either. So they like that open, back and forth, open commitment. You know what I mean? So I just think that, yes, 100%, like there's minorly, I'll agree with him. I still think there are some stupid men left out there, yes, that are lying to their women and, you know, having multiple women on the side. But I really think that that's an old school mentality. And nowadays, a lot of men and women are both very open and don't need traditional committed relationships to get through in life. Just like how the family structure is different nowadays. You have a lot of mixed families, you know, like, you know, you come into a relationship, the guy has kids and the girl has kids, and, you know, our kids are growing up in divorced households. Where in the 70s and 80s, it was not like that. It was super frowned upon. It's a new day and age. So all of that to say, I completely disagree with Corey Holcomb. Let me know what you guys think below, or send me an email, trendoutloud@cmqr600.com. All right, in our fifth and final lead story, Wiz Khalifa indicted on illicit drug use charges in Romania. A report from Romania Insider states that the 37-year-old rapper Wiz Khalifa was indicted during a tribunal on October 16th, which saw the country charge him with illicit drug use. The case stems from Wiz Khalifa's headlining performance at the Beach Please Festival, July the 13th of this year. The rapper was reportedly detained after sparking a joint on stage, as recreational marijuana use is still illegal in the Europe nation. Romania authorities released a statement after a video of the rapper's arrest went viral, and they said investigators revealed that during the performance at the music festival, Wiz Khalifa possessed more than 18 grams of cannabis, a risk drug, and consumed a quantity of the cannabis on stage in form of a hand-rolled cigarette. Wiz took to his Instagram account the day after the incident, and he said, "Last night's show was amazing. I didn't mean any disrespect to the country of Romania by lighting up on stage. They were very respectful and let me go. I'll be back soon, but without a big ass joint next time." It has not been reported that Wiz Khalifa nor his attorneys have responded to the indictment at this time. All right, so Wiz Khalifa is not in jail. I just want to get that out there. I wanted to stick this in lead stories because there's a lot of reports going out online to be like, yo, they're holding Wiz Khalifa in jail. No, this tribunal just got together to see, hey, do we want to lay charges against him? They've laid charges against him. He's not in custody. It's nothing like that. I think this is more just of a formality. And then now it's up to his lawyers to decide what they want to do. Depending on the extradition arrangements that Romania and the US have, they could extradite him, but I think that would be a little bit extra for some weed. More what it would be is if he ever steps foot back in Romania, maybe they could detain him or put him in custody, or he could just decide, okay, let me just work on it from the US. So we will follow up on this and let you guys know. I know we have, I know there's a lot of people out there that love Wiz Khalifa. So we will keep up to date, but Wiz Khalifa is not in jail. He's out, he's doing fine, and he's good. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Tory Lanez files another appeal in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting amid a 10-year sentence. Tory Lanez isn't giving up on his fight for freedom. The rapper has filed yet another appeal in hopes of overturning his 10-year sentence, with legal documents now posted on the Instagram account of the non-for-profit legal team United the People. The documents outline a series of alleged legal errors made during his trial, including claims that the court allowed testimony on Megan Thee Stallion's emotions, admitted questionable evidence, and allowed what they argued was prosecutorial misconduct. As of 2024, Tory Lanez is serving time in California Correctional Institute after being convicted on 3 felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence in connection with the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. So, like Diddy, I don't think he's going to get out, but we'll see. I'll follow up and let y'all know. All right, in our second quick story, Kim Kardashian says she's pretty much a single mom. Kanye West reportedly is not very much around. Kim Kardashian has taken a bulk of the parenting duties without much involvement from her ex Kanye West, according to a source who spoke to People magazine. The insider shared on Monday, October 21st, that Kim Kardashian, who is 44 years old, is deeply focused on her and West's 4 children: North, who's 11, Saint, who is 8, Chicago, who is 6, and Psalm, who is 5. With Kanye, who is 47 years old, frequent absence, Kim Kardashian is pretty much a single mom, the sources have revealed. Kim's entire routine revolves around her kids' schedule, the sources claim. When they're at school, she works, and when they're home, she's fully dedicated to being a mom. The insider added, Kanye isn't around much these days despite having help. Kim still struggles a lot with managing everything on her own. A representative for West did not respond to People magazine's request for commenting. Listen, not making any excuses for Kanye West, but we all know that Kanye West is not 100% well, right? He's just not 100% there, going through hard times. He's on medication. So let's just give Kanye some grace. He lost a lot of money. He said what he had to say. Let's hope he's somewhere getting well. Not making any excuses for him not being a good dad, but just Kanye West is not 100% well. Let's give him some grace. And I think that's probably what Kim Kardashian is doing. All right, in our third quick story, Candance Owens with a message to Crayola. All right, this went super viral yesterday. Candance Owens tweeted and said, "My 2-year-old daughter just came over to me with a white crayon and said, 'Mommy, it doesn't work.' And I'm thinking it's perfectly reasonable to ask Crayola, what exactly is the point of a white crayon?" So, of course, a lot of these blog sites posted this, and everybody literally dragged her and was like, yo, have you ever heard of black paper, brown paper, any colored paper? The white crayon is obviously for colored paper. I won't lie. I'll keep it real with y'all. When I first read it, I was like, yeah, it's true. What the hell are you going to do with a white crayon? But yes, it does make sense. I don't know if I would have gone as far to tweet it, because maybe, it takes sometimes a couple of seconds to, answer. But, be honest in the comment section. Did you know exactly what the white crayon was for? I'm just keeping it real. I did question it too when I first read it, but it's not like I tweeted it out and asked the world. All right, in our fourth quick story, Target cuts prices on 2,000 plus items to attract shoppers amid inflation concerns ahead of holiday season. Target is making headlines by slashing prices on more than 2,000 items, making it the second significant price reduction this year as it seeks to attract shoppers struggling with inflation ahead of the holiday season. Effective immediately, the price cuts encompasses a wide range of products, including home goods, beauty products, food, beverages, and toys. The retailer emphasizes in a press release that it routinely adjusts its prices to remain competitive in various markets and will maintain this discount through December. According to CNN, this latest round of price cuts is a strategic move to revitalize customer spending after a series of disappointing financial quarters. Target's efforts appear to be successful, with sales at stores open for at least 1 year increased by 2% last quarter, alongside a remarkable 36% surge in profits, according to its most recent earning reports. So this is good news for us, the consumer. This is what we have to do to fight inflation. I heard Charlamagne just talking about this on the Breakfast Club. I think it was yesterday, where inflation is down, but prices are still high. It's going to take us, the customer, watching our spending for these stores to realize, like, yo, it's time you start cutting your prices and start being so egregious. Gas is not as expensive. Transportation is not expensive. Why are things still so expensive at the grocery store? Why are things so expensive at the Walmart and the Target? So I like to see this. And you heard the report. The same stores that were open for a year had an increase of 2%, and then the other stores had an increase of 35%. So don't go out and shop until they lower their prices. If everybody in the world does this and we stick together, we'll get these prices down. All right, in our fifth quick story, Elon Musk has plans to build a self-sufficient city on the planet Mars. Elon Musk has provided an ambitious plan to establish a self-sufficient city on Mars aiming for the population to be 1 million by 2054. This vision depends on major progress in SpaceX Starship technology, which Musk envisions will make transporting people and equipment to Mars much more affordable if global conditions remain steady for the next 30 years. Y'all want to live on Mars? I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty happy with Earth. I'm just saying. A lot of people don't trust Musk. They say that he's blowing smoke. If you guys heard, I don't know if you guys heard, but you know when he had that Tesla thing, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, where he had all the robots and the cars or whatever. It's come out that those robots that he's saying that are going to be in everyone's houses soon, that could babysit your kids, could make your meals, can do everything that a human could do. They were saying that those robots were actually being controlled by somebody at Tesla headquarters. So the robots weren't acting just on their own. So the technology for those robots are not even that advanced. So, well, Elon is smart. I will give him that. And he does like pushing things forward. I think he also just likes talking a lot of crap, right? So who knows? I'm not going to trust. I would not go up to Mars with anything that Elon Musk built. All right, in our sixth quick story, SZA says Katt Williams told her she might be a little bit off on the set of their debut movie. SZA sat down for an exclusive interview with Harper Bazaar magazine and shared something Katt Williams told her on FaceTime while on set of their debut movie. And he says that she was a little bit off. I put the off in quotations for those who can't see me. The singer said that she was overcome with nerves about the film and already had her mind made up that she wouldn't be going to the premiere until speaking to Katt Williams. I met Katt on set. SZA says he told me I was a little mental as a compliment. He was like, SZA, you might be a little bit off. All right, I think that's kind of just like a little joke and playing with SZA, because you all know how much I love SZA and I will not tolerate any SZA or Glorilla hate for those who watched yesterday's episode. So Katt, tread lightly, my boy. All right, in our seventh quick story, Mary J. Blige faces backlash from fans saying that a 53-year-old woman should not be out dressed like a prostitute. Other fans have defended and backed the R&B queen. This topic is getting much mixed reactions. So what do you guys think? I will put this picture up here beside me. I don't know which side, but Mary J. Blige is single, no kids. She has just always maintained her sexy throughout the years. And I, for one, don't think just because you are 53 years old, or even if you're 7 years old, that you should dress a certain way. I hate when people say that. If you feel like you want to show off certain assets of your body, whether they're or not they're firm or they're standing up or they're perky, it is your body. Dress however you want. I don't think that that somebody's age should dictate how they dress. Where you are should dictate how you dress. So if you're going to a kid's party, no, you shouldn't be dressed like a prostitute. No. But if Mary J. Blige is on stage and she wants to be sexy and have knee-high boots just because she's 60 or 70 or even 80 years old, if she feels confident, she should be able to do that. Y'all sound off below or send me an email, but leave Mary J. Blige alone. All right, this brings us to question of the day. What's one thing you can't wrap your head around? All right, so It's Soda said how black people still want to vote for Donald Trump. Oh my gosh. Don't bring this political, people. All right, there's another Trump thing, which I'm not going to read. How some people just end. Okay, no, this is not good. It was something about, I'm not even going to tell you guys. Bougie Girl said why people are so cruel to others. Okay. Another thing about Donald Trump. Another person said, I can't get my head around why people act like racism doesn't exist. Okay, I'm trying to find fun things, people. I can't get my head around while people know. This is already not starting to be good, guys. Sorry. Why men don't want to be males anymore. Okay, this is not good. Another Donald Trump thing. Great. Now here's something about Kamala. No. Something about the war. Okay, no. No. Let me find a good one here for you guys. I literally come on here and don't read it so I can get a reaction, but sometimes this happens where we don't have good stuff. I can't wrap my head around why people are hateful and jealous. Oh my gosh. Another person said racism. This is all way too serious. No, I want it to be like, I can't get my head around how they get caramel in the Kit Kat bar. Or I can't get my head around how, how the internet works. You know what I mean? Like something funny, man. All right, way too serious. You guys help me below, please. Let me know something funny that you can't get your wrap your head around, or if not funny, but at least thoughtful. I don't want to hear anything political or anything racist or anything serious. I'm trying to have fun here. So let me know in the comment section below. Send me an email. What is something that you can't wrap your head around? Let's get us thinking, all right, in the comment section. All right, this brings us to sports news. All right, Stephen A. Smith sat down with Jaylen Brown, and this is a quote that came out of that interview. He said, "If I have to sign to Nike to increase the likelihood of playing with U.S. basketball for the Olympics, I will pass." Jaylen Brown sits down with Stephen A. Smith, and it touches on his Olympic snub. All right, I will give you guys a little bit of context because a lot of people who are like, yo, why is he saying that? There was people who were on the Olympic team like Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, and somebody else that didn't have Nike contracts. And it's not so much just the Nike contract. It's the fact that Jaylen was signed to Nike, had a couple of disagreements with them, and didn't sign back, just like how Kyrie Irving had problems with Nike. So it's not so much of you being with another brand, but if you're going to be trashing the Nike brand, you're going to have a hard time getting on to USA Basketball because USA Basketball's main sponsorship is Nike. So it's not that he's not signed. It's not that Steph Curry is with Under Armour. It's that Steph Curry is not going around bashing Nike. So I do like that Jaylen Brown is standing strong on his beliefs. I mean, it does help that he signed to a $300 million contract. But, when you do have that kind of money, yes, you don't have to bend and break. I know a lot of athletes, of course, want to be gold medalists. And we'll see. Like I talked about earlier, John Donahoe is not there. John Donahoe is not there at Nike. We have Elliott Hill, which is, he's an old school Nike guy. I think he's been there for 35 years. He's really about the athlete first. So maybe he can mend a lot of the relationships that John Donahoe broke. So we'll see what happens with Jaylen Brown, but it would be super dope to see him at the Olympics. All right, that is my Wednesday show. Thank you so much for kicking with me. Before you guys leave, just want to remind you of all the ways to stay up with the Trend Out Loud podcast. For those of you who are watching on YouTube or listening on podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area. We do play the Trend Out Loud podcast from 11 to 12, but we mix in 90s and 2000s hip hop and R&B. It's a great hour. It's a great way to get your entertainment and viral news while listening to your favorite hits. And I select the music so you know it's going to be dope. Vice versa, if you're used to listening to the show on CFQR and you cannot always catch the show from 11 to 12, you're busy, we get it. You can always catch the show on YouTube or podcast platforms. Or we also have on the CFQR 600 site, we have a play it again section. Just click that section and you will see all the podcasts from 357 all the way down to 1, so you can get yourself caught up. For YouTube or podcast platforms, just type in Trend Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show, and we do upload daily. You could check me out on any social platform at Trend Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the production company, Exo City Media, on Instagram. And lastly, for those of you who are listening right now on CFQR600.com, do not touch that dial. Don Smooth is coming up next, as he always does, from 12 to 1 with the Midday Mix. And Don is always dropping the heat. I will see y'all Thursday. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace.